Stupid microphone didn't work the whole time. Thank you, Jeremy. God. He's saying bye, Shib. I didn't say bye, Shib. I said, what's up, everybody? If you haven't come hung out before, I'm glad you're here. Oh, I hate when stuff doesn't work right. The interesting thing is, on my end, the little microphone meter jumps over here, and I can see it jumping around, saying that it works, right? I can see it saying that it works. But then y'all say, oh, it's not working. And then, damn it, there it is. You should have, microphone should be working now, bro. Stupid internet, man. Stupid internet. Yeah. Hang on. You know what? No matter what you do, sometimes with software, it doesn't matter. Now go hit like. I love the earth is such a train wreck sometimes, no matter what we do. It doesn't matter. Give it a second and we'll let it all catch up here. And we should get audio back. Let me know when the audio is working again, I guess. I can see the little meter over here jumping like it's working. If it's not working, I can turn the software off. I said, delete your damn voicemails. Oh, Lord, hang on a second. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, I don't check my voice. Working great now. See, there we go. Stupid internet, man. It's all good. It's my software. It's nothing you guys done. Anyway, what I said earlier was we get a lot of people who, I talk to people and they say, well, I don't really watch the stream because the charts don't interest me. I just want someone to tell me what to do. What's up, G Money? Good to see you. They say, I just want you to kind of tell me what to do. Well, that's not what we do here. We just read the chart and interpret what we've got. And whatever we've got, we report, and the rest of the world can make up their mind on what they want to do. All I do is see whether the chart is a buy or a sell simply by the fundamentals of the charts. Nothing else. I don't go on what I think. I don't go on what news may be happening. None of that stuff. I don't really care. It's not my concern. All I care about is the position on the chart, whether it's a buy or a sell, and how much money I can make on it. These assets mean nothing to me. None of these assets mean anything to me. I don't really care about any of that stuff. All I'm concerned with is how much percentage gains I can make on each one. The ones that look the best, I will get into, and I will ride them until they don't make me any more money, and then I will sell them, and I'll find something else to buy. It's really that simple. I don't put too much other thought into it because it's not really necessary. So many people make that mistake. Anyway, let's see who all's in here. Say hey, and then we'll get to some stuff I want to do on TradingView. Then we'll get into going over the market. If you guys got a coin that you want discussed, type it up right there. And once we get it typed up, I'll write them down. We'll try to go through every one of them one by one. I'll go through some stuff that's kind of caught my eye recently. And then we'll kind of go through them all and see what we can't figure out. First things first, Ron Poteet. What's up, my friend? Tombstone said, hi, it's already Friday in Australia. Good to see you, brother, over there from Aussie land. It's awesome, dude. Tombstone. I've always been crazy, but kept me from going insane. Waylon Jennings. Bro, I can't stand Waylon Jennings. Heather Stewart. What's up, Miss Heather? Isham. What's up, brother? Thomas Gayu. I think it's Gayu. Heather Stewart, hello, y'all. Got my Tito's on standby. Bro, I've got a little whiskey myself. Not no damn Tito's tequila, though. Evening, everyone. What's up, David R? Absolutely, David R's got, he said a special request for Zap. Got you, bro. We'll look at it. All right. Jeremy Monroe, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Danny Deep Pockets, Dunamis, what's up, brother? Good to see both of y'all. JD Crypto, Jehovah's Thickness, one of the best noises. That one of the best? I said noises. I'm talking about the microphone. One of the best names on YouTube. What's up, Jeremy? Thank you. Brad, I know, I'm sorry. What's up, Mel Wee? Hello from sunny Malaysia. That's awesome, dude. Ann Watson, thank you. I know, I'm sorry. Good to see you, though. Oh, excuse me. Ron L001. How long before he realizes? At least 30 minutes. I haven't made up this late in a while. What's up, Thor Zammer? Good to see you, brother. Ignacio, what's up? Joel Gableman, good to see you. I know, Alvin, I'm sorry. I can't hear you, Josh Frank said. Brad, I know, bro. Just bear with me. Good to see y'all, though. Thank y'all for talking, coming on here and speaking a little bit. I like it when people get on here and they chat. It's awesome, dude. The more people we have talking, the better. He said, stop. He said, Bitcoin to 1 million. What the fuck? He's stupid, dude. He's saying, bye, Shib. Sound check. Shib Moonsoon, you're stupid, dude. Y'all are ruthless, man. Zach, I know you're on mute. It wasn't that. It was the damn software over here. Best sign language class ever. It'd be fun to see It'd be funny if he finds out toward the end of the stream and y'all just sat here and watched me like lip talk. That would have been great. Ever Forward, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Rope-a-dope, what's up, my friend? G Money, thank you, sir. He said, hey, Keith. Joe, I've never heard of Joe token, but I guess we can try to look at it. But I think you're talking about some kind of super hardcore shit going. What's up, Cial Gersman? I think I said that right. Hey, Keith, can you look at TRB? Yes, sir, TRB. So, first thing I want to talk about tonight is some other stuff that people ask me on TradingView. So, we've been going over setting some bots up, right? So, I made a bot video that some of you guys may have already seen. If you haven't seen it, go click on the playlist on the YouTube channel here, and you can go through and see one of the instructional videos on setting up your own bot through 3 commas. It's really not as complicated as people think it is, but you can do your own custom signals, right? So, you know, last stream, we kind of went over a little bit on how to set a trend line. All right, I'll take the indicators off the screen here for a moment. If you have nothing but a chart out there, all right, you see a trend line and you go, hey, I want that trend line to break because that trend line represents the downtrend, which in the case of Solana that we see right here on the chart, it very much does. In fact, let's step out to the weekly here. You can see it a little bit more clearly. Clearly a downtrend here on Solana. Now, we'll talk about that in a second, Jehovah's Thickness. So the idea here is if you try to buy this now, if you buy Solana now, yes, you can get an absolute amazing bottom price. However, the problem with that is you're buying into a downtrend. This is very clearly a downtrend that's doing nothing but making lower highs and lower lows. And that's fairly evident if we simply write it on the chart real quick. Here we have a high. Not very hard to see. And then we have a low. Not very hard to see. Right? You have so far, let's draw it out, a high point and a low point. Then instead of getting a higher high, which would be an uptrend, you got a lower high. Not going to work. Followed then shortly after by a lower low. Not going to work, folks. It's very clear that this is a downtrend. In fact, we have zero evidence to support that we are going up in a hurry anytime soon. On the contrary, we have evidence that this may take a while before it rebounds and does anything significant. We may get nothing more than another lower high and lower low. You don't know that yet. Since we don't know that yet, we must be very, very cautious about why we're buying, what we're buying, and think about what we're doing first. Now, after what we see, got 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 of the last 7 weeks on Solana have been green. Okay, 1 week in there was very gnarly. It pretty much wiped out 2 or 3 weeks worth of gains. So you've really had about 3 weeks of green now on Solana on this quote unquote bottom. Problem with that is we don't know how high it's going to go. So that's why we draw these big high time frame trend lines so that we can see the broad spectrum of what's going on here and see that there's more to it than just, oh, I think we're going to go up a whole lot here. This big green line represents the downtrend. Now, there were 2 separate ones here. Obviously, you've got your normal downtrend, which was the one we've got drawn. And there was a secondary one somewhere in here like this. Okay. If you wanted to get some buys and sells in here on the daily, you want to see this trend line break. So this is the weekly chart. Let's get on the daily, right? Sure enough, you see what I'm saying. You draw this out kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. But we talked about setting a trend line and then setting alert to a trend line that, hey, we've crossed the trend line or we are crossing. And in this case, we have crossed up. And then when we cross the trend line, it'll send us an alert on our phone or our email or a noise that'll tell us, hey, it's time to start thinking about buying here. You've crossed an uptrend line that you drew, knowing good and well that, hey, this may be the time where we want to buy, okay? That's what we talked about on the last stream, all right? Since we talked about that on the last stream, Let's add some more to that. Okay, let's expunge upon that. Not only do I want to see this thing break a trend line, but I want to see an 821 upward cross as well, right? So what do I need to see here? I need to see at least a trend line break and then an 821 after the buy, after it breaks the trend line, after I get a good buy. So let's eliminate some of these moving averages here. So we just have the 8 and 21 EMA up. By the way, if you're wondering about this indicator that I just pulled up, that's the Assassin's 3-for-1 indicator. It's a custom indicator script. It's over in our Discord in the custom indicator scripts Discord section. That's part of the paid subscription. Yes, it's not all free, but there's a lot of free stuff. Okay. People charge thousands of dollars for indicators that are custom made. We don't charge anything extra for them. They're just part of the subscription package. It's pretty cool. There's tons and tons and tons of scripts and strategies that are pre-built in for you. Now, that's the 8 and 21 EMA that you see up on the screen right now. Okay, 8 EMA is the green line. The purple line is the 21 EMA. I want to see an 821 EMA upward cross. So, first thing I'll do, I'm going to set an alert for that. So I'm going to go to alert. I'm going to go to Assassin's 3-for-1. Whatever indicator this is for you, doesn't really matter. Assassin's 3-for-1 indicator is what I'm going to pick here. 2 closes over the 8 EMA. Is that what I want for a buy signal? Possibly. Crossing up. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So what if I do 8 EMA, value, Assassin's 3-for-1, crossing up through the 21 EMA. Excellent. So now, Assassin's 3-for-1, 8 EMA crossing up through the 21 EMA once per bar close. I want to send myself a pop-up message. Okay. Not going to do a webhook. Just going to do a pop-up message. And I don't want to sound, but I do want the email. Okay. So when I get an 821 cross here, this thing's going to pop up in my face and tell me I've got an 821 cross. And it's going to say, oh, by the way, ding, email. You also got an 821 cross in your email. 2 things to let you know that you need to go look at the chart and see if it looks the way you want to see it. Okay. Obviously, I'm on a daily chart. If you want a 4-hour, a 5-minute, whatever it is, you can set all the alerts you want for that. Name your alert. That's what I'm going to name this alert. And then you can put right here in the message whatever you'd like. Bye, you idiot, or 821 cross, be watching, whatever you want. That's your chance to write what you'd like there. That's it. When you get an 821 cross, you will be alerted. Now, let's take it a step farther. Not only do you got an 821 EMA alert set, but that's not good enough, right? You say, I've been fooled before. Right here I had an 821 cross, right? Got fooled. It just went right back down. Zoom in there so you can see that really well. Right here I had an 821 cross and it just failed. Not going to fall for this one again, am I? So, not only am I going to have the 821 cross as an alert, I'm also going to set a trend line alert to let me know, by the way, I need to see this thing cross the 821 EMA and break this trend line. I'm not just falling for it this time. You got to do better than that this time. So Solana crossing up through the trend line once, same email notifications, blah, blah, blah. Name it what you want to name it, right? I named it, then put the message that you want. Now you've known you've got one alert. Then you get your second alert. Interesting. Or you only get the trend line cross, which is exactly what happened here. As you see, you didn't get an 821 cross till after this thing proceeded to go through the trend line. Now you've got 2 alerts because you said, you know what? Keith always talks about confluence. Keith always talks about confluence. That's more than one thing. So that's at least 2. Cool. Cool. So what else could we use here? Well, the 821 EMA is that's just one. That's just one tool. So let's pull our pivot points up there. Let's just put our pivot points up there. Let's say when this thing breaks the pivot point, makes the main pivot point, I want an alert. I want this thing to tell me it's broken the pivot. So I click on the pivot. Alert. I don't think we can set one for pivot points, can we? Maybe not. Doesn't look like we can. Well, that stinks. We'll just use the pivot, not as an example. Let's go to those Williams indicators, all right, but I don't really like it. KDJ. We say, I want to see the KDJ cross upward through that dotted line right there at about 20. Okay, so I have a pivot point. I'm sorry, I have an 821 alert set. I have a trend line alert set. Then I'm going to get an alert from the KDJ, which is what you see here at the bottom, that when it goes up through the 20 level, that's going to send me an alert as well. So I'll go to alerts. KDJ, plot line. Depends on which one you want right here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that number 3 plot line is the black line for the KDJ. You have 3 plot lines, black, blue, and orange. Okay, blue is 1, orange is 2, black is number 3. So I just picked the third one. Crossing, right? Because I want it to cross up, not just cross. I want it to cross up through that white line. We know that white line is right about 20, the value of 20. So we put the value of 20. Once per bar close, send your emails, blah, blah, blah. Right there's my alert and create. Now what you see is that thing put a dotted line down here in orange for me, didn't it? Yes, it did. It's cool. Now that tells you that you got your alert set. And obviously you can set all the alerts you want. I'm going to erase this one just for the example. I do have other alerts running. And once you get your alerts, you can click on the right here. Let me move my camera out of the way for a moment. You can see your alerts that you have over here on the right. As you see, I've got multiple of them over here working right now. Different alerts for different bots running. I'm going to click on settings and I can go back here and change that alert if I'd like. If I don't like where it's at, I can go in here and readjust it however I see fit. I'm going to erase it because I don't need it anymore. Yes. Either way, now I've got 3 alerts set. I've got 821 EMA. I've got the trend line cross, and I've got one set for the KDJ. Now you've created some confluence. All right. That confluence helps you make a better decision overall than just guessing. People often ask me, well, which ones do I use? We have a whole list of free indicators that you can go through and watch videos on and make up your mind on which ones you like best. I'll go ahead and tell you I like the RSI, the MACD, pivot points, 821 EMA. Those are all simple, easy indicators that are very quick, and you can look at them very, very rapidly and say, hey, man, I like the way that looks, okay? And the more confluence you develop, the better decision you can make. Never lose sight of the high time frames, because even though we're buying on the daily, the weekly and the monthly may look god-awful, okay? So make sure that those upward time frames, those higher time frames, have some sort of ability to reverse and look better than they do, because it may look horrible, okay? So hopefully that helps everyone. You can do that with any indicator that you'd like. That's just a TradingView basic. Set an alert to ping you and tell you when you've got confluence, because, hey, guess what? No one's perfect, and we all miss things sometimes. I don't want to see you miss things. I want to see you be a rocket ship and be able to figure out exactly what's going on every time you see a chart very rapidly. I think this will help. Now, let's go through here and answer some questions if anybody's got one, and then we'll get on to looking at some coins. Anna Watson said, I'm an Aussie also. Let's go. Justin Gabriel said, hey, Keith, what's up? Good to see you. We are going to look at TRB, Hbar. Gotcha. Stupid microphone, man. That irritates me. What's up with the concept of order blocks and supply demand trading? So the idea behind that is you look at it's support and resistance, okay, but it adds another twist to it. So instead of just doing a regular support and resistance line, you need to look at the order book and look at the exchange and see how much liquidity is at that area. If someone is moving a tremendous amount of money, it's not just a supply or resistance area, but the order books, let's say it's Bitcoin, and there's, half a Bitcoin, 0.7 Bitcoin, 1.3 Bitcoin, and all of a sudden you see a resistance line with 50 Bitcoin on it. That's not just a resistance line. That's a heavy, heavy, heavy sell order. All right. And that would help you to better determine where the sell point may be. And you go to the chart, you put that line on the chart, and that would show you, hey, this spot right here, I'm not too certain on. The only problem I've got with that is as the order book moves and dances around and bots trade in and trade out, they tend to nibble away a lot of that liquidity. Okay. This is standard common thing that you learn once you realize and you kind of take the emotion out of it and take the thought of the people doing it. You kind of start to see that we don't really have any control over this. We can look at that order book and say, hey man, there's a big, huge sell wall right here, which I like the concept of sell walls and buy walls better than I do of order book tracing. Once you start to see that, you kind of look at yourself and go, okay, now there's a shit ton of people trying to buy right now and a whole lot more buys than sales. This is generally trending up. Not to mention, are there more buys than sales, but the amount being bought is higher than the amount being sold because there's a distinct difference. There's a distinct difference in, oh, we've got more buys than sales. Okay, if the sales are 10 million each and the buys are $4 each, sure, you have more buys than sales, but the sales are so much bigger. If you have larger buys than you do sales, then you're moving things, all right? Till then, you're kind of playing tiddlywinks. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people get caught up in that. Also, once you do that order book liquidity type trading, that's all low time frame. And you're going to get burned by the upper time frames. They're going to roast you because you can't see those on the order book. The order book isn't wide enough. That's the other problem with that. I don't have a problem with short-term trading like that. The thing is, not most people have that much time. Most people are pressed on time and either don't want to spend the time, or what little time they do have, they don't want to be spent chasing things that may or may not work, if that makes sense to you. I don't hate that trading. That's not to say that. It's just to say that I think there are easier ways to do it. That's all. Orca. Never heard of that one. Upvote. Some of these scams sound scammy. 69 upvotes. Keith does a shot. I don't know what an upvote is, but if that gets us shots, then we're down. Stupid question. Does my computer and TradingView need to be on and open? No. As long as you're logged into TradingView and you set an alert, you're good to go. It'll do it red. They'll do the rest for you until you turn it off. Also, one more kicker. These alerts only last 2 months. If you have the ultra super nice TradingView Pro Premium, they never run out. They're open-ended. They'll run forever. However, if you don't have that, they're only going to last 2 months, and then the alert will go away, and you'll have to redo it. So once a month, maybe make sure your alert's still there. That's all. My confluence smells like bubblegum. Quant Nomad Ultimate Pivot Point alerts to be able to set pivot alerts. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Let me write that down. And got it. Okay. What's up, Miss Kelly Slade? EOS. Gotcha. What is the best way to reset the chart view when it gets screwed up between time frames? There's no best way. You just have to scroll around a little bit. What I like to do is if I'm on phone is just zoom, pinch it all the way in, and then scroll it around until I get it where I want it. That's an unfortunate side effect of using your phone. There's not much you can do about it. Also, this is another side effect of log mode. Linear mode, it does that less, but the problem is, as I've said before, you're going to miss so much data by being on linear mode. I've gotten used to scrolling around. It takes an extra second, but that's about it. Some exchanges allow you to hide the order from the order book also. Absolutely. Now, most of that isn't going to matter, but that's fully true because most of the time you're going to use a Binance chart or a KuCoin chart or something similar, Coinbase. They don't hide theirs. But now some of them you can't hide them on. You're hiding your liquidity. How the hell are people supposed to see it until it already happens, right? Exactly. Drinks up, everybody. 11:30. By the way, anyone who's an unlimited member on here, we will be having a Zoom meeting right after this for any other questions or comments, or just to come hang out and talk if you want. Let me go send a message in the group real quick for that. All right. Zoom after stream, everyone. At everyone. Now, no one will forget, right? Surely not. Everyone's going to forget. 59 people on, 52 likes. Everybody go hit like, get us some free stuff, pump it up a little bit, and we'll be able to move it on up on the algorithm a little bit higher and help more people along the way. Ever forward, after you change the time frame, go to one coin to another and back. Right. SPY, please. Got you. SPY. It'll reset. Got you. Danny Deep Pockets just shared you a link right there. A personal TA class with me. If you want to have a one-on-one consult with me and you have a hard time understanding this one-on-one, it doesn't fully make sense to you, each consult's $150 for an hour. That's about half what my competitors charge. Yes, I did that on purpose because it's not that hard to do what we do. And sometimes people just need a little bit of direction to get it done. My time, I've learned more recently than not, it's a little more valuable than I thought it was. Okay? There's nothing wrong with doing this for free. This was free for over 2 years, what we do now. We begged people to come and listen to what we had to say and to learn. And believe it or not, people just didn't want to hear it. People did not want to hear what we had to say. Very few people came along the way and listened. Once we created a paid group, man, people came in droves. It goes to show you that if you have a good product, people are willing to pay for it. Okay? And that's what we offer. We offer charts, technical analysis, indicators, anything to do with a chart, 24/7, 365. There's almost always an admin around. Thousands of messages, hundreds of messages per day, multiple groups. That's how we do it, man. And you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. It's no obligation to do anything. DAG and CRV. DAG, CRV. Holy crap, I actually made it while it's live. What's up, Andreas? Good to see you. Hello, fam. Long time no see. What's up, Miss Beverly? The legendary, renowned Miss Beverly. Ha! I hit you with the God voice. Good to see you, Miss Bev. All right, let's get into some of these. Someone asked me for SDNU in the Discord group. All right, as we see, we just hopped over the pivot. We just got over an 821 cross right here. That looks like that happened today or yesterday. Not really sure. Tough call on that one. Zooming out a bit here. This thing has done nothing but fall like a sack of rocks. Good news is it may be stopping. That's a possibility. Let's start at the top here. Work our way down to the bottom. Move this up. Pulling a fib on it. It looks like we're still stuck in between the 0 and the 236 fib. So you haven't seen anything super significant right here. You do have an 821 cross up, which is good. Let's put up some other indicators like MACD here and RSI. I had them taken off because I've been shuffling through different things, just running different tests. So my indicators have kind of been on and off a bit. But nevertheless, here we are, MACD, crossing up into the more bullish territory, which is good. Some confluence of good nature there. RSI trending up over 50, still trending up and going up. That's good. We like to see things trend up. They're not oversold or overbought. That's good. It's ranging and it's ranging up. Let's add some moving averages in here and see, do we have any direct resistance? As I said, we've already got over the pivot. All right, let's put up the other moving averages and see if we have any look here that makes sense. All right. You have pretty good distance to the 100-day moving average, which you've seen multiple other coins hit. 35% to the 100-day moving average. That's pretty darn good. And that may move rapidly. No guarantee of that. We are over the 50-day moving average, and that's good. This looks very similar to KNC, which I happened to get into earlier. If you were in the unlimited group, then you know that I posted this for everyone to see. It was another member who posted this chart and caught my attention to it. And I was like, oh shit, that looks really good actually. And I got to looking around, did a little bit of risk reward calculation on it. And I said, you know, I like the distance back to the 100-day moving average here. I think this is worth a shot. It's a good risk reward for me. So I sold some of the SHIB that I had. Yes, because I had SHIB and I couldn't deny that. I was up a couple $100 on it. Sold it. Flipped it over and bought this. And after I bought this, it's already up about 5.5%, which is great. Good. I'm on our way and we're moving up here. That goes to speak on KNC, by the way. Same exact setup. Hasn't really done much. I'm playing on the fact that I think it's going to do more than it has. We've seen many already run back to the 100-day moving average. This hasn't done that yet. I'd really like to see it happen. There's not a ton of stuff in the way. May not go all the way up there. I may only get up here to the next resistance level, which is about right in here, about 20%. But that's great if I can get 20%. I'm going to be happy about it. ADA. Yes, ma'am. I'll get ADA for you. Theta. Yes, sir. XCH. I'll be in the unlimited member chat room and Discord after the stream is over. Absolutely. What's up, Terry? Good to see Terry. Terry's here. We can start now. MGI breaks and holds the 100. He's talking about Moneygram. We'll have a gander at that. Yeah, it's always in the unlimited chat every time after the stream. On Thursdays, we have an unlimited Zoom where anyone can come ask whatever they'd like. All right, Zap. Zap, Poloniex. Nope, 821 hasn't happened yet. This thing is doing nothing but dying like a falling knife. Let's give this some time to try to rebound. It's not in a good way right now. Zap is not a great look. Hbar. Hbar. All right, similar look that it's gotten over the 50 and the 100. I'm sorry, over the 50 and the 821 EMA. As you see, it's broken all of them. All in a wide right there. That's good. That's good for support. Resistance is about right here. Got some resistance right in this area-ish. Somewhere around in there. You could maybe go down a little lower. Maybe right there. Resistance. That would likely stop if it hits that resistance, but there's not a guarantee. Even to that, that's 18%. That's rather good. And for the risk here of falling back under the 50-day moving average, which is unlikely, that's about 7%. So this is good risk reward, in my opinion. I wouldn't have a problem taking this if the KNC chart didn't look better. That's why I took KNC. But this HBAR chart looks very good. Let me highlight this. I really, really like the look of that. Solana. We're just talking about Solana. As you see, not as much room to the 100-day moving average. It's only about 15%. That's actually still pretty darn good, isn't it? Same situation where it's broken the 821 and 50-day moving averages. Those 8 and 21 are EMAs, which are exponential moving averages, which are a little smoother. That 50-day moving average, nice little smooth hook over there. That's cool. I'm expecting this stuff to cool down and jog to the right over the next several months. So if it wants to come up and give me some gains in the meantime, I'm here for it. Not going to argue about it at all. But Solana's in a good way right now. I'd like to see a higher high. It hasn't formed that yet, but that higher high would be the 100-day moving average. So what I see here is a likely 100-day moving average touch. DAG. All right. Good news for DAG lovers, all the Chads out there. I believe that's what they call themselves. They call themselves DAG Chads, which is next level. About 10% to the 100. Had really good movement here, and this is what I'd like to see Solana do, which is literally what I just showed. Good setup though. As far as it has fallen, it's likely to do a little bit more here. R1 is right about 0.94 cents, so almost 10 cents, but not quite. So around that 10-cent marker, maybe just shy, is a good spot in my opinion for DAG. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I just read charts. That's all I do. If you want financial advice, go hire a financial advisor. But with what I've learned about financial advisors recently, I'm not sure that's such a good idea either. So take that for what you will. CRV. All right, CRV's broken the 100. This is excellent. Broken the 100 and pointing toward the 200. These are old buys and sells up here that I made back a while back, and I left them up there just to remember. I thought I was going to sneeze. It didn't come out. Either way, sprinting back up here towards the 200-day moving average. I do expect this to slow down at the 200-day moving average or now and kind of get caught up. Oftentimes, the 200-day moving average acts as a very tough barrier. That's one of the strongest magnets of resistance on the chart. And if you're over the 200, it's one of the strongest magnets of support. All right, it's rolling support and resistance. Hasn't quite gotten there yet, but it is aiming towards it. Now, looking at the other indicators, it's got room to run up there if it wants to go up and hit it, but I would assume it comes down a little bit first before we hit it. Maybe 175 to 185 is a good range for CRV there, but it is a buy. It is not a sell, put it that way. Theta. All right. Theta just about to hit the 100. I think someone over there just said they were about to short it. As you see, this bounced a high time frame fib line and it started to move back up now. You've broken 236, which is good. Look, right about this is a decent, let's say, yeah, this is about a decent resistance line right here. Right at R1. I'll move this box out of the way here. I can move this one too. It's already happened. So you've got good 821 50-day moving averages, nice and flat. Man, there's not very much resistance in here once it gets past this particular line that it's hitting right now. Be careful trying to short this because this may backfire on you big time. All the indicators still have more room to move up if they want. It hasn't hit the 100-day moving average yet, so $1.50 is not likely, but possible. A short would be a very short-term short because, man, this thing could pop right back up and get moving again and point more upwards of $1.70, which is where the next major high time frame fib line is, in that range, which we've broken into now, the upper range from below where we were. IMX and Hector. I'm not going to do Hector, and the reason I'm not going to do Hector, you know what? I said that before. Let me just shut up and do it. I'm going to try to be unemotional about it. Ethereum, doing amazing. Someone said my thoughts on Ethereum. Yeah, hitting the 100-day moving average, just like I say these other ones may do. And there you see Ethereum doing it. Short-term pullback may be in effect. You are right up against this trend line that it has still not broken yet. Needs to break. Until it breaks, meh. Meh. Okay. Be careful. I don't want to see you get stuck. We haven't seen a whole lot more past this 100-day moving average, except the likes of CRV, which we've seen make a move toward the 200. If it can get past this 100-day moving average, we do have resistance at around 1975 or 1950-ish, and $2,000 is a psychological barrier of significance. So even if we can get up there, expect it to get hung up in that area no matter what. Let's move on here. Looks like it's just now at a pivot line. Correct, Ron Poteet. What did you learn about financial advisors? Yeah, I've talked about it in the Unlimited chat. I'm not going to name any names, but what I've found out is I may be more qualified than a lot of financial advisors, which is spooky to say. And I'm not going to say that as a reality because I'm not a financial advisor, but Jesus Christ. In my position, I've learned things doing what I do for a living now. I've just learned things that floor me. Okay. And I'm not going to say any names, but it just shocks me. It just shocks me, the things I see sometimes. It really makes me take a step back and think, like, we are screwed, right? That's what I end up thinking a lot of times, like, how is this even possible? How? But dare I say more? I digress, as the kids say. What are you saying, Keith? I should take loans out to buy crypto? Bro, don't go full Michael Saylor. Don't do that, Rug. You know better. If you're going to take out loans to buy stuff, it better be hockey equipment. And you better buy it from Rug right there because my man will hook you up. Crypto Z. That's why I come here, Keith. Keith takes care of us, man. Good dude. Thank you. I'm trying my best, brother. I don't do this for the money, okay? I'm not making a ton of money here. I'm doing this to try to help people because in the long run, the more people will help, the more people we help, the more people will help us. Because there may be a time when I come to you for help. And you're going to look at me and go, hey, you remember that time you helped me out? I got your back. Okay. It's more than just money. Yes, I'm trying to make as much gains as I can, but I'm going to handle my own money myself. Okay. If I can help spread the word about what we've got going on here and about charts that we see, well, I'm going to try to do that. GMX, EOS have already got. Bitcoin. Talked about Bitcoin yesterday, Steve. We can go back through it. A second mortgage. Too late, big decks. I'm already here. We had to start. All right. EOS. Let's do that one first. EOS. EOS is a classic underperformer. However, as you see, she's run up and smacked the 100-day moving average here already. Cool. Short-term pullback may be in effect. Indicators getting a little high. Take it easy here. Relax. All right. Doesn't look like we've broken the high time frame trend right here. By that I mean we'll draw a trend line here, and you can see that that yellow line is still kind of holding in there and plugging away, and it's going to take a long time to get back to it. That ain't going to be an easy change. EOS may take a long time to get back from where it was. That being said, there's not a ton of resistance here to get back up to this green box that we have drawn. If it can break the 100-day moving average that it has not broken yet, then we can look more towards this 200-day moving average or about $1.60 in time. But not right now, eventually. On ADA, I'm going to try to show you how to get some of this stuff done. Get the blabbering. ADA, similar situation. You've got good support. You've got price back up another at least 6 or 7% back to the 100-day. From there, we'll take it one step at a time. See how some of these react coming off the 100-day moving average first. Just a guy on the internet giving better non-financial advice than the screw you over financial advisors. Try my best, Andreas, bro. One thing at a time, right? I can't save them all, but I'm going to save who I can. Look what we just did in Laos. We helped 30 families and plus. Yeah, and we got more coming. I ain't going to say what we're doing just yet until I know that we can get it done. But it's bigger than just us, put it that way, okay? We are very, very privileged over here in the United States. We're very, very privileged to be here. We have everything that we need to succeed. We have an abundance, okay? We can do better. We can do better, put it that way. I said, okay, man, let's make peace. All right, what's up, Tom Varga? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I haven't seen any banks or other financial institutions doing similar, but yeah, I know, right? Steven just posted that Radiant gave a free wheel donation and half will go to Laos for whales. Absolutely. I've already talked to Steven about it. We may be able to get that done. We haven't made it for sure yet. All right, so let's go to see if we can find some of these that you mentioned. Orca. I think I'm gonna have to go to Deck Screener for that. Okay, let's see if we can find Orca. Not over here. Don't know where I'm finding Orca at. I'll move on to a different one because I'm not sure. Joe, that's on Deck Screener. I'm almost positive. Joe token. This one has liquidity of 1.5 million. 420. I'm gonna go with this one. Pull that down. Let's hide this. Pull our candles up. Let's go in log mode. Let's get rid of volume. Let's go to a daily time frame because Deck Screener just begs you to be a degenerate by giving you a 15-minute chart to start off with. So ridiculous. All right. Short-term uptrend right here. Let's pull a fib on it and see what we got. It's going to be ugly. Just bear with me, y'all. I never use Deck Screener, so. All right, so we're flirting around with a 38 fib right now. Break this and stay above it like we have. You got a chance for 47 cents on Joe token. No guarantee yet, but 48 cents seems to be possible. There's really not much resistance beyond that. If you can get back to that, the next resistance lies at about 94 cents toward $1. Okay, that's going to take a bit to get there. It's not going to be a quick run. It's just the way it is. And that's Joe token. That's over the 8 and 21. I can tell that. And it's also an uptrend line right here. Just by looking at it, I can tell that it's above that. So trending up slowly, but it is making a lower high. Be very careful. Be very careful. 68 people, 65 likes. I'll go hit like, man. I always like to get 100 people on here. I know that's not always going to happen, but it's always better that way to be able to say that we got that. ADA, we've already done, Anna. It's got about 6 or 7% back to the 100-day moving average. Like Miss Beverly said, the 786 Assassins is a small group, but we have a big heart and we're very smart. I don't know about the very smart part, but yeah, man, I got a big heart and I like to see people get helped. Simple as that. If it's the same Orca from Kujira, it's a user-driven liquidity service. Okay. How about the chart though, right? Let's try it again. Maybe I'm wrong. Orca. Maybe it's this one. 3.7 thousand. Nah, that's not enough liquidity. Nah, I don't want to get on there and say anything wrong about that one. So I'll move on to the next one. VCH. VRA. VCH isn't on there. I don't see VCH either. All right, let's do Hector. All right, Hector trying its best to come back to life after doing absolutely a death spiral and losing all of its good APY. Has broken the 150, 821, and 200 moving average, all of them. It's broken all of them. RSI is overbought. MACD is way up. I expect this thing to pull back a little bit. It's gone so far very rapidly that you're going to get some pullback here. On a short term, fib right here, let's go to weekly real quick. You'll see what I'm about to say. Right there's a 21 EMA on the weekly in the way. You're kind of in between the 8 and the 21 right now during a downtrend, so you should be very careful. You're right in Sniper's Alley right now. $23 is a very, very big barrier for Hector. If it can break $23, that opens you up more to $44.56-ish. But you got to get past that $23 barrier first. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to fall rapidly. I am $0 into this, and I will not put any money into this. I feel like it's a big scam. I don't like the people behind it. I feel like it's all a massive, massive scam. How do you know which exchange to pick? I usually pick Binance because it has the most liquidity and the best clean, easy, smooth charts. Sometimes all the data isn't there and I have to use Bitstamp or Poloniex or something like that. I try to find the chart with the most data on whatever coin I'm looking at. Doesn't matter what coin, as long as I can find the most data possible. GMX, I got you, brother. We only have GMX on CoinDex. All right, GMX made a gnarly move up. Look at that. Look at the wicks this thing throws. My goodness. Lots and lots and lots of big wicks. Wish I had a better chart. This looks gnarly. You know what? Let's go to CoinTrader. And let's do GMX over on CoinTrader. About that. GMX. 31 cents. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, much more data here. So let's do log mode. I can't see, my camera's in the way. Log mode. Get rid of volume. Sorry the chart's white and it hurts your eyes. I don't use CoinTrader a whole lot either. So, right about here, and it doesn't save any of my data every single time I do this. It kicks me out. It's so annoying. I gotta keep resetting my friggin' fibs. So frustrating, dude. Put them in log mode. There you go. Always put them in log mode. Use your brain and listen. All right, so 736, the 786 is about 34 bucks and a half. And there is choppy resistance right here. And this was a gnarly head and shoulders, as you see. This level, I'm going to say it right around $34 is going to be a big barrier to break. You did have this gnarly head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, followed by a capitulatory drop. And now you're having a retrace. But it did break through the neckline, which would have been right about there. That's good. So if it can maintain this level of about $21 for an extended period of time, then good. You have a lower high at the moment right now, short term. I'd like to see that higher come in higher. No guarantee that's going to happen. So if you're in this, be careful. You've done really well, and also know that the overall market is still bearish, not bullish. That's GMX. How would you short HEX in this chart? I wouldn't touch it, but how would I short it? You could potentially go borrow on a spooky swap offshoot. Borrow something against FTM, buy Hector, sell it for cash, USDC, wait on it to fall, rebuy the Hector, pay back what you borrowed, and you keep the difference. Okay. I am not going to do that. I'm not touching it, but you could do that if you wanted to. SPY. All right. Heading for the 100-day moving average again, like many others. I do believe this breaks the 100 and works back up here toward the 200. If you look closely, all these moving averages are starting to flatten out. When you see moving averages flatten out, you will see the price attack those moving averages. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You're getting a little bit of a tits move where the 21 is trying to cross through the 50-day moving average right here. That tits move is going to take some time and make the chart pull back just a touch. And that's okay. That's nothing bad. That's just par for the course. You did break this white short-term trend line. That's good. I expect it to hit the 100-day moving average and slow down, though. After it hits that 100, it can make a decision on whether it wants to attack the 200. That 200 would probably be somewhere around 430-ish by then. One step at a time, though. MGI, what Terry brought up. Moneygram. All right. Moneygram with massive gap, and then it closed that gap beautifully. After it closed the gap, now it's broken back over everything except the 100-day moving average. This is what Terry was talking about. If it can break that 100-day moving average, where can it go? Well, I have a big monster trend line right there in that yellow line. It hasn't broken that yellow line in years, since 2011. Could it break it? Man, that'd be gnarly if it did, wouldn't it? Break that trend line. Let's move up over it, but that would entail us getting up above $10, $11 and some change. Yeah, roughly $11. We haven't had the 200-day moving average in a really long time either. So one step at a time here. Clear that 100-day moving average. Let's see if we can get a little higher. He said, "Thanks. Try not to be a degenerate again." That's part of the reason I don't touch some of these things. I don't want to degen it. I don't want to be that. IMX. I did Hector. USD. Binance. All right. Same thing. You hit the 100. You're trying to get through it, and the 200 is just peeking out right here. Just now created itself right there, that little red dot. It's actually the 200-day moving average that just became a real thing right there. If it can break this 100-day moving average, then we're looking at a possibility. Yeah, right there. That's a long way, but there's a possibility of it getting through this 100-day moving average, breaking out and heading back up toward the 200. You do have resistance along the way at about $1.40, so I would expect it to get hung up around $1.40 to $1.50. Bitcoin, and that'll probably be the last one we do. All right. So, depending on the chart that you look at, we're using the CME chart right here, we see that we are stuck under the 50-day moving average still. Just hasn't got enough juice to get through it yet. Many others have. So, does that mean we're going to get through this or not? Well, the weekend's coming up. As we know, the Bitcoin CME charts close on the weekends. They don't start back up until Monday. It looks like it's going to get stuck under here until then, which means we're going to have a sideways-ish weekend, I would think. Now, we did have a green weekend last weekend, which was the first time that happened in a really long time. But that did create an Ethereum gap. And that Ethereum gap has not closed, which you see right here, this green box. The gap did not close. So, eventually that gap may close, and that's going to sting when it does. The regular Bitcoin chart has already broken the 50-day moving average and is actually heading toward the 100, which is roughly about 27,000. Now, there's not really resistance until about 28,000, which seems even more realistic, but we've got to get through what we've got right now. It's about to push through it, and I think it likely will. 25 becomes the next barrier, or 25.5. After 25.5, you've got 27,000 flat, which is where the 100 is. Then you got this little ball of resistance, and that's going to be the first bigger barrier after the 100-day moving average. It's really going to have to struggle to push through. And things may slow down there. You may see everything kind of pull back on the reins. All right. Now, thank you, Rick. Good to see you, brother. So, 11:59. That's where we'll stop. Whew. That hour went quick. But at the same time, it's been a long week, man. I've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes, working on bots, working on alerts, working on charts, working on signals. It's been a lot of effort. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for coming and listening. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all are so badass, and the fact that you guys come in here and you try means the world to me. It really does. I know my microphone sucks. I know I'm not great at this YouTube thing. I'm just a simp, and I'm trying to do the best I can. Thank you all. I'll see you guys not next week. All next week, I'll be going on family vacation. So it won't be me live streaming next week. Some of the admins may be in the Discord. They may do a voice chat in the Discord. That's up to them. I'll leave that to them to figure out whether they want to do that or not. Regardless of the fact I won't be here, I'll be back in 2 weeks. After this week finishes and I'll be gone. One more week after that, I'll be back. Okay, so that should be around August 7th when I come back in the next live stream. I think that'll be a Tuesday on August 7th. Anyway, thank you all. I'll see y'all all back here on the 7th. Y'all be good. In the words of the late, great Notorious B.I.G., y'all could have been anywhere in the world. Chose to be here with me. Means the world to me. Thank y'all. See y'all later. Peace.